So, last year during quarantine, my friend Dave got really into baking bread. You know, the usual, Instagram stories full of flowery countertops, and a feed that looked like a carb lover's dream. Anyway, the crown jewel of his operation was his sourdough starter, which he named Yeast Mode because Dave is the kind of guy who names his plants and refers to his room as the butler. At first, it was all very wholesome. He'd proudly show me the bubbles and talk about feeding schedules like it was a Tamagotchi. But then things started to get weird. Dave began texting me at odd hours. "Sorry, can't Zoom tonight, Yeast Mode gets cranky if I'm late with dinner." At first, I thought he was joking, but soon he was setting alarms, 3 a day, every day. The starter wasn't just being fed, it was being catered to. I'd swing by and find little post-it notes around the kitchen: "Do not disturb, Yeast Mode napping and no loud noises, please." His girlfriend left after Yeast Mode got its own spot at the dinner table. The turning point was when Dave stopped calling it the starter and started calling it my roommate. He'd say things like, "Yeast Mode didn't like the jazz playlist, so we're listening to whale sounds now," or "Yeast Mode's gluten-intolerant cousin is coming over, should I make room in the fridge?" He even started buying it organic flour, "It has expensive taste." He'd explain defensively when I raised an eyebrow at his grocery bill. I tried to intervene, but Dave just handed me a tiny apron and a chef's hat and said, "For when you babysit." Anyway, last week, I get a text: "Yeast Mode's got a big interview tomorrow. Wish us luck." I asked what the job was, and Dave replied, "Loaf coach." I guess you could say the starter really rose to the occasion.